Welcome to another Central Pennsylvania Music Podcast special. I'm your host, Daniel. We are at Lovedraft's Brewing in Mechanicsburg, PA for the iRock Radio 10-year birthday bash. Please stay tuned for a bunch of awesome interviews with local musicians and some even from afar. Sitting here with Jay Hunter at the 10-year anniversary bash at JB Lovedraft's in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. Jay, thank you so much for your time and coming on the show and having us here.
Oh, it's a pleasure to have you guys here. I mean, it's been a long road to get to something like this, and to be able to incorporate so many different people and so many different venues and promoters and you guys, it's unbelievable. So it's an honor.
It's great to be. It's an honor to be a part of this as well. So thank you for having us, Jay. You wear a lot of hats with the organization iRock Radio. One of them being the founder. It's not just you. There's a lot. So you have a whole team. Can we dive into that? Maybe learn a little bit more.
Yeah. So iRockRadio.me, and I'll. Because a lot of people do ask about the .me.
Okay.
So what happened was when we first started the radio station, it was on a private server called Live 365.
Okay.
A lot of amateur radio people, they set up, and it's a great network to download for free and listen to a bunch of people's private radio stations.
Okay.
So when we looked for a website then to branch out, we noticed that iRockRadio.com was taken, and the owners were selling it, but they were selling it for $1,200. And this was a hobby that was created out of five college buddies on a laptop computer in a one-bedroom apartment.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
So
like Facebook.
Yes. Yes. Like literally.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
So when we decided to branch out, we still didn't have any money for it. So it's like, all right, we got to keep the expenses down to a bare minimum.
Mm-hmm.
And one of it was we're not spending $1,200 on a website. So we wanted to keep the name because we were already on Live 365 with the name.
Yeah.
And we looked up, and like .org was taken at the time, .net was taken at the time, and we didn't want to have it be stuck into like a state or whatever, or even a country for that matter. So we found the .me,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, well, it begins with I, ends with me. It's going to be easy to remember.
Yeah.
So that's where the .me came from. But the five of us, we all went to college together.
Where'd you guys go to college?
We were college geeks at the college radio station of Lehigh Carbon Community College.
Okay.
And which, by the way, they had an amazing radio station. They really did. Otherwise, I wouldn't have spent 5 years there. And
couldn't leave, right?
I changed my major 3 times.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay.
But in the end, ended with sales, marketing, and broadcasting.
Okay.
But we all got together, and they got behind it. Two of the original DJs are still behind the scenes. They're our IT people.
Okay.
And they are our engineers on the acoustic patio.
Right over there.
For our birthday bash. Yes.
Okay.
So Andy Andrews and T-Bone.
All right.
And T-Bone, when he used to DJ on our station, his studio was in his office. He was the engineer for the Hispanic radio station in New York City. So his studio that he was doing his show on iRock Radio was at the top of the Empire State Building.
Oh my goodness.
So it was not a line of BS. He was actually broadcasting from it. And from there we just kind of, grew. And, if you build it, they will come, they say.
Yep. We've learned that for sure ourselves. Yeah. Wow. So, 10 years now. You started in an apartment,
Yeah.
5 guys. How many people are you up to now?
Right now we have a staff of 14 DJs.
Wow.
And then some additional promotional people, ambassadors, things of that nature. So from, eventually people that I worked with at other FM radio stations, because I had a 23 career in FM radio before doing this.
Okay.
So a bunch of people that I used to work at different radio stations, they became a part of it. They saw what was going on. They're like, oh, this sounds really good, and blah, blah, blah. And, I have to give a lot of credit, too, to our imaging guy, the guy that creates the little sweeps in between the songs that has a cool voice and does a lot of fancy production.
Yeah.
So he was a countrywide promotion, imaging production guy.
Okay.
And he was the secondary voice guy of WBAB in Long Island, WYSP in Philadelphia. So he was no stranger to professional radio and imaging. So he gave us that really big commercial radio sound
that you needed to.
Yes. Yeah. And so, with me writing the copy and him voicing it and producing it, it was like we were off to the races.
So you guys just went from, you started out and you just went straight into professionalism with it. You wasted no time and
just
hit the
by
ground running.
Just by sound. It actually was, I love and will always look back on fond memories of the Chameleon Club. Yes. And it was Greg, the manager of the Chameleon Club at the time, who now owns Phantom Power.
Yep.
It was his idea because I used to work with him when I was at 105.7 The X.
Okay.
And he was like, the radio stations don't really come out and hang up banners and do stuff anymore. And I was coming out to interview the bands that were coming, like not just the local bands, but the national bands.
And you were interviewing them on behalf of
iRock Radio.
Okay.
But he was like, you can come out and represent the station, because we always liked when it looked bigger when the radio station was there, and they would come out and they would introduce the bands, and we would throw stuff off stage, etc. And like that, that old school mentality that's kind of been lost anymore because of a lot of times budget reasons.
Yeah.
And fortunately, we don't do this stuff on budget. We do it off passion. So we have 8 of our staff members here. None of them are getting paid. I'm losing a ton of money today, but from buying things like a tent in case it was going to rain and everything. But it's not every day that you end up doing something like this.
No,
but to get back to your question, because I'm like a rabbit, kind of like scurrying all over the place. And
I love that.
Not sticking to one question, but we ended up getting DJs from all the other stations that I worked at, and then eventually personalities from different people that would come out and follow different bands. And last but not least, I'd be totally wrong, and I'd be angry at myself for not mentioning the Shiprocked cruise.
Okay.
Because we just kind of went out on the Shiprocked cruise. 2 of us, my friend Eric, he goes by Easy E,
okay,
and I, and he was the one that convinced me to go on the Shiprocked cruise.
Okay.
And that cruise is just absolutely amazing. You leave with a family that you literally look forward to your next family reunion every year. That's
amazing.
And it's just the best music festival on the sea. So, met a few people on the boat, including our international model and DJ Danica Wild, who's from Alberta, Canada.
Oh my goodness! Okay,
yes.
Getting international now.
Yep. So we already had Mr. Ed from Long Island and Philadelphia going back and forth. We already had someone from New Jersey. We already have Jackson and now Abe from Maryland. And Rick Becker, who I used to work with at 105.7 The X, that lives in St. Petersburg, Florida.
Oh my goodness!
So now, we've gone international with Danica joining us and being our Canadian personality.
That is amazing. Yeah. So, you have done a lot in just 10 years. 10 years is not a long time. And, the amount that
feels like forever.
But it's truly, at one point you had mentioned that, you're losing money on this, and you're doing all this because it's passion. You care about it. You care about the music, the community. Yeah. That's what we do here, and it's all for our music scene because that's what we care about. And it's really neat that we all share that here in Central Pennsylvania, that we all have this passion for the music community.
Yes.
What do you think is so special about this area that brings that passion that you have, that we have, that all of our viewers and our fans and our bands have? Where do you think that passion stems from?
Well, I think we have a lot of pride just in ourselves and where we're from as Pennsylvanians, first of all. I know, being originally from Schuylkill County, where some of the other bands that are performing here are, like, the Skooks. We joke about the Skook. Yeah. And, it kind of like the whole Perry County thing, which, by the way, I love Perry County too. But, I'm not going to act like the old Harrisburg mayor saying bad things about Perry County. But we joke about it, but it's all in fun.
Yeah.
We're
one big family and we like to poke at each other.
But we have a pride kind of in where we're from. And it's a lot easier to have more of that passion when you have so many talented bands that play here. Mm-hmm. And when you have all of that talent around you, it's really easy to get excited about it and try to share that with other people.
Yes.
And we just now we have an outlet to share it with people in 88 different countries, and all over the country.
So what's that feeling like, knowing you have that outreach?
It's a little overwhelming because I have to sometimes remind my DJs, because when they're doing their shift, they're literally in a room by themselves, and there's no instant gratification. There's no phone call.
Yeah.
There's no anything. So I'm like, you got to remember, you're talking about how hot it is outside, but someone in Australia right now is having winter.
Yeah.
Now, our one DJ, Damien, he jokes that people are listening all over the world, this person in this country, this person in this country, and some guy in a cardboard box in Romania. So we kind of let that go on for years and years. So now we apparently, even though it's an oxymoron, you're not going to have power or a cell phone if you're in a cardboard box in Romania, but we have a listener in a cardboard box in Romania.
That's amazing.
So,
well, it's great to see what you've done. I'm really excited once again to be here at this event. We thank you so much for having us. If there's anything else you'd like to shout out before we go ahead and wrap this up, but man, it's been a great time talking to you.
I just there's so many people to thank, and I don't want to be like Stevie Wonder at the awards, but but I mean, in all honesty, this time around, this birthday bash for 10 years is very special, because this is the first one. Usually what we've done in the past, and I'll be honest, because it was easier to do it, was pick a tour that we play all the bands and then add one or two national or locals to it. But this one in particular, Nick from 717 Entertainment has been patiently waiting for his chance to host the iRock Radio Birthday Bash.
Okay.
And so when 10 years was coming up, the first thing I thought of was, you know what? We have so many great bands. We should do this whole thing with all local bands, and then have it headlined by, a local, national band now. But as we thought more and more, it was his idea to book each band separately instead of grabbing a tour. And he said, what if I got the band 10 years?
That's perfect.
And, I said, let me know. I was on Shiprocked when he messaged me and said that 10 years was a part of it. So I want to thank Nick at 717 Entertainment for being patient and actually putting together an event that's done from scratch.
Yep.
Lovedrafts for the venue. That's a perfect venue because we have an acoustic patio.
Yep.
And the inside. Honestly, Greg Barley, who used to manage the Chameleon Club, because if he wouldn't have started telling us to come in and start hosting events at the Chameleon Club, it wouldn't have progressed to Chameleon Club and Reverb, Chameleon Club, Reverb, and HMAC.
Yep.
And then, Lovedrafts, etc. So, those are some key players right there.
That's amazing.
And our two sound guys that were original DJs, Chris Andy Andrews and Tony T-Bone Thomas, they are responsible for a lot of keeping us online.
Awesome, man. That's great. Well, this sounds like a true work of passion. Glad to be a part of it. Glad to be here. Thank you so much for your time.
Sorry for the rambling.
No. Oh my goodness. We love that. And we are all
you.
so appreciative of everyone that's helped out.
And very thankful for you guys being here.
Well,
so thank you.
We wouldn't miss it for the world. So
right.
Thank you so much.
Take care.
Sitting here with Ed and Mark from Lyndhurst.
Every time.
Really excited to have you guys back on the show.
Yeah,
it's
thank
been
you.
a
Thank you
little
for
while.
having us. Don't worry about that. That's
okay,
fine.
we'll get it later.
That's just an expensive piece of equipment.
What'd you drop?
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it after.
Everything's
Okay.
fine.
All right. So, talking a little bit right before we aired here, a couple exciting things. Just released a new EP, correct?
Yep. Yeah, we just released our EP, Dear Anxiety. That was
right.
On April 12th, and it's really cool. It's been very cool since then. The reception's been awesome.
It exists.
Yeah. And it's really cool to see, like, because we put out 2 singles from it beforehand. It's really cool to see, like, everybody listening to the other songs on it too. You know.
Yeah. That's awesome. So, and then you did a little tour to promote that as well, right?
Yep.
We
Yep.
did.
We went kind of all up and down New England. We went.
slept in a 2019 Chevy Equinox.
Yep. We slept in my car. Towed a little trailer behind us. It was a good time. Yeah.
We slept in a Target parking lot with an
We slept in
air
a lot of
mattress.
parking lots.
That's right.
And on air mattresses, and went to Planet Fitness every day to shower and all that.
They call that stealth camping these days,
Yeah.
actually. So.
It's glamping. We did it with style.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
we had a cooler of non-alcoholic beverages.
I can
And some alcoholic beverages.
Not for me.
Not for you. Not for you.
I could see Mark having like a mobile, like essential oil diffuser in the car. Like, I can't sleep without this. Like,
Yeah.
oh, man. So, I mean, new album. That's really exciting stuff. What was your favorite part about the new tour and promoting the new EP?
Me being on the EP.
Yeah, so I mean, this was the first Lyndhurst release that, like, because we only had the one album out that was out before that, I had recorded that all as an Ed Allison project.
That's correct. We
So
did talk
I
about
did
this.
everything on that. So the fact that we were actually able to, like, collaboratively write and all record our own parts for this, that was a cool experience.
That's cool.
You can tell it's me on the drums and not
Yeah,
Ed.
yeah.
Would you say there's any like noticeable differences or anything like that
Yes.
between the last album and
Yes.
this one?
Yeah, so I think just the fact that we're actually working with the same guy that recorded the first album, but I mean, he keeps getting better and better, so the sound is better and better. I mean, obviously Mark has got his own style with the drums.
Jonathan Sambrick, the third.
Yeah. John
Big
Sambrick
shout out.
from Thornwall.
Thornwall.
The songs are, maybe a little bit different. I on the first album I had written those songs over the course of, like, 2 or 3 years, whereas this time around it was like I wrote all those songs after that album came out.
Yeah.
So
The songs are still catchy, just with a little bit more technical parts, especially on the drumming. That's really it.
definitely the drumming. I have certain, like, Edisms, I like to call them, on the drums, where I'll do the same fill a lot, and Mark definitely, that's all gone.
Well, but I mean, it's cool
I
to have
kept
the
it
new
in one song, and it's Parasite.
Yeah.
Okay. So would you say that's like an exciting new angle for you guys moving forward with the band?
Yeah, for sure. It's cool to just, like, do something that's that collaborative, because I'd
Are you
never done
sure?
that before. We wrote "Criminal," the lead single off that EP. Essentially, like, in a room together. I had brought a skeleton of the song, but we, like, essentially over one practice session had, like, fleshed out all these different parts and done all these different parts. The trading back and forth guitar solo in the bridge, that all happened, like, in the moment. It was very cool.
That's awesome.
I do want to put on the record that when I was drumming, Ed just stared at me and just goes, "Mark, this is just difficult to me. Can you just record, please?"
And now also, actually, something worth noting, you guys put out a cover.
Yeah.
We did.
Of
In
Never Gonna
Suits.
Give You Up. Yeah.
That was amazing. That blew my socks off.
We haven't gotten sued yet, so I think we're in the clear.
We'll do a collab, just
Yeah.
not go to court.
Yeah, Rick, call us, man. We'll house you here in Pennsylvania. We'll have a good time.
Yeah. Show you all around PA.
Yeah.
What brought that? I mean, that was.
I mean, like, I had actually been playing that some version of that song for a long, long time. I mean, like, when I was in college, I recorded a SoundCloud version of that song.
Okay.
I just love it. I think it's unironically a very good song. And when everyone was sharing it for the memes and, like, rickrolling people, I was always like, I have no problem with this because it's a great song.
Yeah.
If you send me this song to listen to, it's like, great. Now I'm just listening to a good song.
Oh yeah, it's the same thing with like "Careless Whisper" by George Michael.
Yeah.
Absolutely love that song.
Or even Whamageddon.
Yes.
I do like me some Last Christmas.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, yeah.
Yeah.
The Maine did a really good cover of that song.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
forgot
would
about
like
that.
to do that George Michael song.
Yeah, Careless Whisper.
Yeah.
I think Seether already did the premiere rock version of that song,
So
which is great.
Is this going to
Seether's great,
potentially
man.
be like a trend for you guys doing more covers and stuff?
I mean, like,
I would like to.
I've been in cover bands. I mean, long before I was doing this for a long time, and
True.
I like doing that. I like kind of rocking up versions of different songs.
Metallica did that on all their stuff.
Yeah, the first like pop goes punk album that I ever heard, I was like, this is amazing. Why doesn't everyone do this all the time?
Yup.
It was an era or a phase in, like, music, but it was like really fun.
Yeah.
My favorite one was probably it was Ice Nine Kills doing "Animals" by Maroon 5.
That's a good one.
Yeah, and it was really heavy, and I'm like, I thought it was their own song, and then I realized, like, oh yeah, this is Maroon 5.
Yeah.
I don't know, it was just a cool twist on things.
I think a Static Lullabies version of Toxic by
Yeah.
Britney Spears.
Silverstein
Great one.
doing "Runaway." That one was
yeah.
really good.
Lives Lost, Let Me Down Slowly.
Yeah. Lives Lost. We're bringing it back. we're bringing back Pop Goes Punk this year here in PA.
I love it. I love it. Now, also
PA
coming up,
goes
you have
pop.
another tour coming up too, right?
Yeah. So nothing announced yet, but in September we're going to be hitting some things out west. We got to go north this time around. Back in March we kind of went like south area. Now this time we're going out
And
west.
we're gonna live in a
We're gonna-
2019 Chevy Equinox again.
Yeah, we're going all the way out to Denver
Nice.
for one of those dates.
Wow.
And hooking up with some friends there, which, spoiler alert, we might be releasing a song with one of the bands that we're playing out there. But, more
We
on
are?
that to come.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
we
We're
talked
sitting in here
about
with the
this.
inside
Oh, yeah.
deets right now. That's amazing. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
Great. Well, guys, thank you so much for your time and coming on. It's always a pleasure seeing
Yeah.
you.
Yeah,
Anything
thanks
else
for
I'm
having us.
missing? You guys want to shout out or anything like that? Or
I like hot sauce.
I was gonna say, you got any new hot sauces you're liking right now? I'm a big Melinda's guy.
So yeah, I really love Melinda's, dude.
Yeah.
That stuff is bomb.
You know what? Shout out! There's a guy who's making electronic music. His name is Mansion. It's like MANSHN. He just put out an electronic dance version of Savior by Rise Against,
Okay.
and it
a great song.
rules. Check it out.
Okay.
just-
I'm
I
definitely
just-
gonna check that out. I
Yeah.
actually just went on a Rise Against kick the other day. So
Yeah.
I just discovered Kim Dracula.
Yeah,
I
Kim Dracula's
just
in.
discovered that. That was pretty cool.
I don't think I've
Good
listened
version of
to
Pop.
them.
There's
It's a variety of like everything. It's
Yeah,
like,
they have a good
it's
version
like
of,
7 genres and like one
Paparazzi
song.
by Lady Gaga.
Okay.
Hey, you've probably heard it on TikTok. It
Okay.
was like big on TikTok for a minute.
All right, I'll check it out.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you so much once again.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate it. Get out there and rock it tonight,
Thanks.
Are you sure?
please.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, we're sitting here with AJ and Tyler of the band Karma. Guys, thank you so much for your time and coming on the show.
Of course.
Thank you for letting us be here.
Yeah, of course. So, got a new single coming out. When is this coming out?
It's coming out this Friday. What is that?
June 7th.
June 7th.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Hopefully this is out before then, but if not, it will already be out. So check out the new single. What's it called?
It's called Eye of the Angel.
Eye of the Angel.
Yep.
Okay. Now you guys already have another song out. Brand new
Yep.
band, correct?
Yep.
Yes.
Brand new.
All right. And what's
Yep.
the name of your other song you have?
It's
out?
called Silence. It's on YouTube right now. It 50,000 views. I think we're something like almost 10,000 streams.
That one I don't know. I got the view count. I got the stream count.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. So, like we had just said, brand new band. That's awesome. Really excited for you guys. What are your plans for the future coming up here now?
Hopefully around September we start booking shows and playing out.
Okay.
You know? Just
I've got some studio dates in between there. Plenty of demoing. This guy Jackson, the singer, they
Yep.
got plenty of demos they do.
Yep.
Nice.
We got a lot in the tanks. We got a lot coming.
Good. Working on EP or full length.
We're gonna start with an EP.
Okay.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Start with an EP and go the singles route for a while, probably.
Okay, sounds good. Now you guys have been in multiple projects before this. What would you say is the most exciting thing about the new band that you're in now?
Oh man, Tyler, take it away.
I will say, probably as cliche as it sounds, it's the breath of fresh air that we have. It's the knowing that we're, to quote Jackson, because he's going to use this and I'm stealing it from him, but there's a quote from the original guitar player from Breaking Benjamin that after their first rehearsal, he walked away going, it's that easy. And that's how it felt. The first writing session we had, we walked away going like, wow, this is just really nice feeling. So it's a breath of fresh air. Everyone's got some input with it. Everyone's got to say with stuff. It's just nice when it's a huge collaborative effort. And that's I can't say we really have had that before with our other projects.
No, we haven't. It's really cool because every single member contributes.
That's awesome.
Yep.
And I will say too, watching AJ gain confidence is amazing too. He's from where he was many years ago in our first band together to where he is now. It's awesome to see him.
Wow. So you guys have history together. How long have you guys been playing music together?
Oh, what?
10 years at least?
Yeah, 9 or 10.
What
No,
year
I
did
was-
you join Trigger?
I was 21, and I'm 29 now, so 8 years?
All right, sounds about right. We're
Wow.
around to
Yeah.
10.
Yeah, coming up on 10 years, man. Time flies.
Every band since she pulled the trigger, we've been together. So
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
The
Where
time
you
came to form this one, and we got together and just never looked back. There wasn't a plan B. I had no other guitar player I wanted to be with, so.
That's amazing, man. I love to hear that.
didn't want any other bass player either, so
That's great. You guys have that chemistry together.
absolutely.
Where are you guys based out of?
Technically, like Central Pennsylvania. Let's just call it Central Pennsylvania because we're kind of all over. Jack and Mike, they're from Maryland. Tyler's out like Lancaster area. I'm from Carlisle area. So
Gotcha. Okay.
Yep.
Coming together to make
Kyle's-
great music.
Yep.
Kyle's Virginia?
Kyle's in
Maryland?
Virginia. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
my
sorry,
goodness.
Kyle. I forgot about you.
So I guess we're from the tri-state. That might be the best way to put it,
Okay.
if that's the correct terminology for that.
But you two
Yeah.
have been playing music all over Central Pennsylvania for quite some
Yes.
time now,
Yeah.
correct?
Yes.
So, being that this is the Central Pennsylvania Music Podcast,
Yep.
we're the official podcast of the Hall of Fame. Something that we talk about a lot on our regular show is that Central Pennsylvania, has something like special to it with the music. And we like to get everybody's interpretation of it. What do you guys think is so special about Central Pennsylvania when it comes to its music and its music scene?
I think I didn't realize like the impact of Central Pennsylvania's music until the first CPMAs.
Okay.
And the amount of people that just like seem to come in droves.
Yeah.
And that was like, it was really impactful to me.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I do, to kind of piggyback off that, and not because we're on the CPMA podcast, but I will
Yes,
say,
this was not a kiss butt type of thing.
Well, I appreciate that. Genuine honesty. I
to
appreciate
piggyback off of that, I will say, I think bringing all the genres and all that together under one roof to celebrate just the fact that we all make music and we're just here to have fun and have a good time, I think that built a lot of camaraderie within the scene. So you have people like here. I haven't stopped talking since I've been here at 12:45 because I just know everyone that's here right now.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
it's like you get these friendships and you get people that are doing projects together and just playing shows. You got Lyndhurst and Dinos in Paris that have been playing shows. How many shows together? They're like best friends. You can't
Them and
separate
Lives Lost have been
Yeah.
together forever.
Observe.
So
And Observe the
yeah.
93rd, yeah.
So just knowing, I think it's just the friendship that we have. It's the support that everyone has with each other. It doesn't matter the genre. It's just you're playing music and we're here to do it.
Yeah, everybody has a mutual respect for one another.
Yes.
Yep.
Man, absolutely love that. Guys, thank you so much for your time and coming on the show.
Thanks
really
for having
appreciate-
us.
Am I missing anything that you guys want to shout out, or any producers you're working out you want to say?
Ooh,
anything?
you want to do it? Or I got it. You got it, AJ. You do
Carson
it.
and Grant at Atrium Audio.
Oh, we
They're
love Carson and Grant. We do too.
phenomenal.
Great guys.
I don't think I've been recording with them since the band we were in.
Yeah.
I don't think I've gone anywhere else. In any of the bands
I
I've
have
been in.
not been to another producer in the past 8 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they
Yep.
are. There's a reason why they're the best around, and they've won how many awards for best recording studio?
Oh
At least
my
two,
God.
I think.
Yeah, 2, maybe 3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a reason why it's there. They are phenomenal, and they make everybody better.
Yeah.
Great. Well, hey, man. So does the entire music scene, the bands themselves, the guys like you. So thank you so much for what you do, and thank you guys for coming on the show.
Of course.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thank you for chatting. Thank you for everything you do for the scene, and I'm excited to hear the rest of the interviews with the rest of the scene.
Thank you
Yes.
so much.
Thank you.
All right, we're sitting here with the Nick Tower Band, all the way from Pottstown, Pennsylvania, still here in Central PA. Guys, thank you so much for your time and coming on the show.
Yeah, man. Thanks
got-
for having us.
You guys want to go around, introduce yourselves, maybe what you do for the band and whatnot, or?
Yeah, so I am Nick from the Nick Tower Band, and pretty much all I do is tune guitars and wrap up cables and no, actually, actually, what I do is I'm the singer and one of the guitar players.
Okay.
My name is Chuck, and I play the bass
All right.
because he told me not to curse.
My name is Brody. I play guitar, and I look at Chuck all night long when we're on stage. So
Yeah,
It's
okay.
true. It's true.
it is, yeah.
That's half the show.
I'm Lee. I
really
attempt
is.
to play drums and sing some of the times, and I also am more notorious for making multiple trips to and fro my car, loading all my crap in all night.
Typical
That's the
drummer
truth.
behavior,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Blessing and a curse.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So you guys have a lot of exciting things coming up this summer. You said you have a bunch of shows coming up here soon, right?
Yeah, we have a ton of shows coming up. Well, I mean, a ton. I guess it's not really a ton, but we're playing every 2 weeks. We kind of take that week off in between, so every 2 weeks, pretty much now until the end of the year.
Okay.
But I'm getting married this year, dude.
Oh,
so
dude, congrats, man.
thanks, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Thanks. So August is kind of like off the books for the Next Tower Band, kind of, except for that show right there, actually.
Oh, yeah. So, big announcement. They're going to be playing at the Cole Region Music Fest for veterans. It is, and I'm trying to read and show it to everyone at the same time. Saturday, August 24th at 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. 12 hours of music, live bands. You're going to see the Nick Tower Band there and many, many more.
And all of the proceeds are going to the Pennsylvania Wounded Warriors Association. So
Yes.
it's a great cause, and we're very lucky to be taking the main stage on that night.
Man, that's awesome.
Yeah, we're ending the night
Oh, you guys are
for that
headlining.
show.
You
Yeah.
are headlining. Yes,
That's
sir.
amazing.
It's
man.
actually a week after the wedding.
Oh,
and that's
wow.
the only show we're playing that month. So I mean, it's a big deal.
So you're coming right back from the honeymoon and headlining the show.
Yeah. My fiance is really excited about it.
What do you mean? That is the honeymoon.
Yeah, that's the honeymoon.
We all chipped in and got them a new tent.
Oh, nice. They call it glamping now. So
yeah.
glamping for the honeymoon. So you guys just dropped a new single recently too, I heard, right?
Yeah, Love Me the Same.
Love Me the Same.
Love Me the Same was the last single we just released, and it's more along the lines of. So those of you who haven't heard Nick Tower Band, we are we're edgy country. We're like rock and rolly country, but
We're that cold dirt country.
we're that cold dirt country.
Outlaw
dirtier,
country, maybe
heavier.
Like new age outlaw country.
Okay. Okay.
But Love Me the Same is actually more along the lines of more traditional.
okay.
It's more traditional for us. It was actually the first song that I finished when my fiance and I started talking again.
Okay.
So it has a special place in my heart specifically.
Absolutely.
But it is absolutely more country than a lot of our other stuff. Some of our other stuff, is more on the rocky side.
Mhm.
It's a like new age outlaw country. I've actually said that exactly like you said multiple times because we tend to say country with balls.
Okay.
Is that allowed?
No, absolutely. Yeah, I don't care.
In today's day and age, it's kind of hard to come by. You have like Lakeview, Brantley Gilbert, Hardy.
Yep.
I mean, Hardy's his new stuff is a little bit more heavier than what we have going on, but in my eyes, those guys are the pioneers for the new age outlaw country.
Okay.
Because they're kind of cutting corners between rock and country music. So and that's what we've been doing for the past 10 years.
You guys been around 10 years now.
Well, I've actually wrote most of these songs when I was still in high school.
Wow. Okay.
So as a band, totally, we've been together for like 3.
Okay.
But some of these songs are 10, 13 years old, something like that.
Wow.
Lee, you've been around 5 years.
I think I came along the scene.
'Cause I've been in the band 4 years now.
Yeah, I think I came around like late
Yeah, man.
2019. I think even before
Yeah,
we had a bass player. So it was
My
2
first show was
acoustic
supposed to
guitars
be during
and a
the
cajon.
pandemic.
Oh my goodness.
That was like our original
2 years
3-piece
ago,
thing,
bro.
and then like all of a sudden we
It's
were starting to
2024.
write a bunch of stuff,
All right.
and all of a sudden we're like, hey, we need to rock it up and get a bass player.
Okay.
Hence, Chuck came into the scene early 2020, I think.
Yeah. March 2020 was supposed to be my first show, so I'll never forget. Pandemic shut it down, and we ended up playing a house party.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, dude, it was actually sick.
That is
too.
outlaw country right there.
Yo, it was sick.
That's awesome.
Shout out to Casey.
Yeah, dude, that was sick. So
the
my
big-
timeline's all ass backwards.
Dude, COVID throws it all so far off because we started our first podcast before COVID in 2019, and it's just like it's so hard to think. It's like, wait, was that before COVID? Was it after COVID? Because especially like whenever we were doing our old podcast, which not to get too far off the topic, like that was right when we started it. So it's really hard to keep things
Yeah.
straight. I
For
totally
sure.
get that. So the band's been around about 4 years now.
Something like that.
approximating. So now, how many albums do you guys have out now?
We don't have any physical albums. We've just been releasing singles.
Singles. Okay.
Yeah, just been releasing singles because it's hard. It's hard now, like this day and age. You can release an album, but I feel like you gain more traction releasing singles.
Absolutely.
So we've just been pumping out singles.
That way you get the best of the best every time you go on to check us out on Spotify. All killer, no filler.
That's great. I like that, actually. Look, let's be honest. Like, even some of my favorite bands, not all their albums are played through albums. And it's just like, you want to stay true to yourself and continue to write those great songs, the bangers, You don't want to just throw another song in there because you're like, man, this album needs like 1 or 2 more.
Right,
So I like that. All killer, no filler. I love that. That's awesome. So,
And I mean, it is expensive
oh my God.
per
yeah.
song.
Ain't
You're
shit
talking
getting cheaper
forget
either.
about
You're
it.
talking $1,000 plus per
Yep.
song. So I mean, it's not. It's like, do we cut an album and we have 200-300 songs?
Yeah.
Originals, but do we cut an album for 1 or 2 songs to be that song, or do we keep releasing singles? You know
That's
what I mean?
why best way to experience the Nick Tower Band right now is to come out to see us at a show, because what we do on stage, it's going to sound better than any recording.
That's awesome.
That energy,
Absolutely.
that's what makes us who we are.
Yeah, for sure.
That's great. So, being in the music, the band's been around. Sorry, I'm fumbling over my words. It's been about 4 years now. What would you guys say are some of the greatest experiences that you've had in the Central Pennsylvania music community over this time?
Well, I don't know what anybody else is going to say, so I kind of feel like most of us are on the same page. So I kind of want to. You going to talk about CPMAs?
No,
You want me to talk about CPMAs?
you can do it.
We were all getting Rick rolled
So,
in the side room there.
I'm just gonna call this one out, and then the other guys will be able to pick up because thankfully most of us are on the same page. In our hometown, they had a colossal concert. I mean, colossal. And they had a national act come into town, and we played in front of like 17,000 plus people.
Wow.
In our
That's
hometown, dude.
huge.
We drove like 6 minutes to get to the stage. And I was like, this is sick.
They set up the main stage right in the Dollar General parking lot, man.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, man.
I love it.
It's the giant parking lot, right? But yeah, so we were fortunate enough to play in front of like 15, 17,000 plus people 5 minutes from home. And I honestly feel like, you know, the buzz you hear after a show. I can't speak for everybody, but the consensus of after the show talking to people, I mean, people were like flabbergasted.
Really?
People were like, I don't want to come next year unless you guys are on this stage again.
That's amazing, man.
I was certainly blown
That's
away.
got to be an irreplaceable feeling.
It was absolutely irreplaceable, and it also felt awkward because I try to be the most humble person as I possibly can. I don't even like that the name is Nick Tower Band because I am nothing without all these guys that are sitting here right now. And for people to come up and say this kind of stuff to us and to just play in front of a crowd that big with original music, dude, it was, you know, words can't really describe it.
That's awesome, man.
Dude,
I'm
it
so
was
glad you guys got to have that
awesome.
experience in your hometown. That's the thing with Central Pennsylvania, man. We're taking off. We're getting out there on the map, like you said, in your hometown, man. 6 minutes from your house, and you get to play in front of 15 to 17,000 people. That's amazing.
I mean, that's one thing that really needs to be said about iRock Radio and this event that they're doing. All credit to Jay, man, because that guy does more for the scene.
Yeah.
This guy does more for the scene in Central Pennsylvania than anyone I ever met. And he put together a showcase today here at Lovedraft that has all of the best up-and-coming talent coming out of Central Pennsylvania.
Absolutely.
You know?
We were
All
talking to him
credit to
earlier,
him.
and he was just talking about the absolute passion that he has for this, man.
Yep.
And that is something huge I think Central PA has is just we have a true passion for music out here, and we get to really show it off to everyone. So
For
it's
sure,
great.
man. For sure.
So I guess probably my big takeaway since I started this little journey, going to the CPMAs. We got twice nominated. You guys, again, doing great things to put a spotlight on this local community of musicians. And you see the talent coming up there across the board, across genres, rock, country, rap, bluegrass, folk,
Yeah,
everything.
Dude, it's awesome.
And you see an amazing wealth of talent in every genre, in every sphere.
Yep.
You know, and it's honestly it's something to really like when you see it. It's something truly to behold. It's amazing.
That's a great way to put it. I love that. I love that. What would you guys say is your favorite parts or biggest takeaways from the last 4 years, 3 years for you? I guess.
You want me to go first? You want to go first?
Go for it, bro.
All right. Okay.
It's all you.
No, honestly, I've been playing drums since I've been about maybe 15, 16, something like that, doing like talent shows in high school. And you get in front of like just an audience, don't matter if it's 5 people or 500 or 5,000 or whatever
Or
it was.
2.
It was just like an automatic like drug. I was like, dude, this is what I love to do this. And I think I don't want to say culminating event, but like the highlight so far for me personally would be definitely playing at, Yingling Fest a couple years ago on that stage and the amount of people and just like the way you treat you and work you, the production, like setting up, tearing all that. The whole thing was just mind blowing, and I was like at like just a euphoria of like this is what I need to be. But also being nominated for CPMAs twice for best country band, all that kind of stuff, and just putting the work and hanging out with these dudes. And don't matter if we play the smallest venue that could fit 10 people or like huge outdoor ones. It's always an incredible experience, and I've really honestly enjoyed it all. And I just don't want it to end, honestly.
That's awesome, man. I love that, man. You guys sound truly passionate about what you're doing.
Dude, it's
for
incredible.
Sure. For sure.
Brody, you're quiet down there, man. Let's hear what you got to say.
I'm curious to hear what Brody got to say.
The most handsome man in the band.
I mean, I try.
Freaking stud.
I mean, honestly, I've been in the band, just a little over a year now, and I mean, every show that we play or every experience, whether it's a practice or just hanging out with these guys, it's just been a blessing. I've been playing guitar since 2nd grade, played drums in 5th grade, and ever since then. So to be able to do this, as right now as like a hobby and hopefully as a living at some point has just been the greatest opportunity to meet, awesome people like you guys, like the band and all the other awesome bands here. It's just been, a blessing the whole time. So every day is awesome with these
Love
guys.
you, brother.
That's awesome, man. We love
Yeah.
to hear that.
Now, I was gonna say that the highlight, we played this show in Bloomsburg, and there was this beautiful blonde chick in a tight blue dress.
Her name was Amanda.
And I'm gonna say, I don't know what her name was. I'm just gonna
Amanda.
say, she might have been the highlight of my musical career. Just watching her get down and shake her thing to our music was just about the best thing I've ever
You're
seen.
still trying to find her to this day, aren't you?
Oh, God bless her. Wherever you are,
Oh,
my,
he found her.
mi amor, mi
I
corazón,
think she
wherever
follows
you
Nick on
are, I
Instagram,
love
I
you.
think.
Oh, man.
yeah.
She got him speaking Italian, though. Man. I think. I don't know.
God bless her.
God bless America.
But that and the music.
And her parents, right? And her parents. They had something to do with that.
God bless her parents, too.
Man.
God bless my fiance.
Where were we?
I don't remember, but I got lost in that story just you talking about it. So, man. Well, guys, thank you so much. Am I missing anything that you guys have coming up that you wanted to announce or anything like that?
Man, I don't even know.
Well, we are in the works of actually getting a proper tour to get out of the Schuylkill County area.
Okay.
Yeah,
And,
with the Jeremy Edge
yep.
project.
So the first show with that's in the books, locked in, June 29th at Stryker's Pub in Pottsville.
Okay.
It's a cozy little bar. We've played there before. I spend a lot of time there, if you can't tell.
All right.
And, after that, our goal for the year is to branch out, play in new markets, new cities, and play our unique brand of cold dirt, down country with balls kind of music in front of as many new people as we can. That's our goal for the year.
Yeah.
I love that.
It's going to be pretty cool. Like, if anybody follows us on Facebook or Instagram, Nick, Tauer, we just posted up pretty much our summer, tour dates. But, if you want to call it a tour, but it's a list. It's a good list of dates. In the fall right now, as in Chuck said, we're working on a fall of 2024 actual tour and spring / winter of 2025 tour with the Jeremy Edge project.
Okay.
And that's in that's in the works, but it'll be everywhere, out of state shows and all.
We're just waiting for the ink to dry.
We're waiting for the ink to dry, yeah, for sure.
I got a cool date. So America's birthday, July 4th. I think it's a Thursday.
Yeah.
This coming year, we're going to be opening up the summer deck party festivals at Penn's Peak. If any of you guys are familiar with that neck of the woods,
Jim
that's
Thorpe.
in Carbon County, and Jim Thorpe. Awesome venue. They get all kinds of cool acts all throughout the year and all that kind of
Very
stuff.
awesome venue.
Okay.
We got the honor and privilege to hang out on deck in the summer and then kind of, celebrate America's birthday and rock out for a couple hours.
Awesome.
Yeah, which we are really stoked for that because Penn's Peak in that area gets the biggest bands.
Okay.
Penn's Peak is the venue to be in that area.
Okay.
And,
it's a big stage. You're
It's
talking
on the map.
Yep.
Like the world, world map. Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, it's one of the
for
coolest
sure,
venues I've been to. And then afterwards, the nice thing is Lee over here, he lives in Nescahoning, not too far from there, so we're all going to crash at his place and order a pizza.
Heard
A
that.
little sleepover. A little pillow
Yeah,
fight.
man.
That's when we do our best writing, baby.
Yeah.
Freaking living room camping sex.
And
man.
order McDonald's to Black Velvet.
Yes.
And they still don't get the order right.
No, they don't.
Shout out McDonald's.
So, funny backstory of the Nick Tower Band. We all had a writing session, jam session, and we stayed over at Lee's house. And we all wanted McGriddles, dude.
Okay.
McGriddles are the bomb.
Yeah.
You like McGriddles?
I love McGriddles.
Right, dude. They're the best.
I didn't want no McGriddle. I wanted a Big Mac.
So
6 in the
I do
morning.
like a bacon, egg, and cheese McBagel once in a while.
They're
though.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Undefeated. Those are awesome.
So I took Chuck's bass and I played Black Velvet, and I called McDonald's, and I played Black Velvet while ordering McDonald's, and I kind of sung it I want 40 nuggets, creamy Southwest dressing, 40 nuggets, creamy Southwest dressing, go to Poundoo with cheese and a Coke. You know what I mean? And they're like, "Did this just happen?" I'm like, "Yeah, man, it just happened." But we were kind of upset because we couldn't get McGriddles.
Oh.
Yeah. we
And
were
that's
bummed
why
out.
the order was wrong.
Yeah. That's why the order was wrong, yeah. But you know what? Everybody that worked at McDonald's that day probably had the best day they ever had.
Damn right.
It's just constantly just spreading happiness to the entire world, man. I love that.
Sure.
I love that. Yeah. Oh man, guys, thank you so much for your time and coming on. Seriously, it's
Dude,
so
thank
ni-
you, dude.
You guys are so nice, so fun to talk to.
Thanks, man.
Seriously, we're gonna have to talk again. Get you guys to the studio one of these days for another full-length interview.
Dude, that'd be
We're
sick.
looking forward to it,
That'd be
man.
sick.
That'd be awesome, man.
And you guys keep up the great work. You know, we got a lot of
we
respect for
appreciate you guys having
CPMA.
us.
Of course, dude.
You know?
We're just here to help promote everyone. We want to get Pennsylvania on the map as big as possible, so that way, we can promote all the awesome musicians that we have here, guys like you. You know,
Well,
Absolutely. It's a pretty big state, though. Do you ever drive across it? It's pretty big.
I mean, I've been through most of Central, like from Chambersburg to State College or to Scranton, but no, I haven't been out west too much. Never been to Pittsburgh.
dude,
I'm a Philly guy.
my
It's
best
like a big
man lives in
Pottsville.
Pittsburgh, and
Go
it takes way
Birds.
too
Go
long to
Birds.
drive there.
Yeah.
Go Birds. Yeah, go Birds.
Go Birds, go Phils.
JETS.
Come on.
Yeah, that's right. Bring on the hate.
All right, man. Thanks for having us, dude,
Guys,
for
thank
real.
you so much.
Hey, thank you for having us.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us, man. That was awesome.
It was great, guys. What's going on, everyone? We're sitting here with the guys from Pine Creek Academy. Thank you so much for coming on. You guys were on the acoustic stage earlier today, correct?
Yep, that's correct.
Awesome,
for having us.
awesome. Now, you guys are from where again? I'm sorry.
We're kind of from all over the place. We say Allentown, like that's where we rep, but I'm from Tamaqua, which is close to like Hazleton, Pottsville area.
Yep.
Kyle and I are from Reading.
We
get the
pleasure of Nice.
driving really far.
So we meet in the middle.
Nice, man. That's awesome. So, exciting news. You guys just dropped an EP just yesterday, correct?
Yep. Yeah, we Flying Saucers, the name of it, and just yesterday we dropped it. It's got 6 songs on it, some of which we already released as singles, and then there's 3 new ones on there to check out as well. So
Great. Yeah, that's awesome. So, what kind of music you guys playing?
it's pop punk, alt rock. It's got elements from everything. Like there's some pop elements in there. We throw a breakdown or 2 in there, so it's kind of like a big blend of different genres.
Okay, gotcha. So, the band's been around for, you guys were saying earlier, about like a year now. So,
Yeah, just over a year.
just over a year. Man, that's awesome. You guys, so you got your first EP out. You said you got a tour coming up, right?
Yeah, so in the beginning of August, we're going to do a tour out towards Chicago. So that's going to be our first mini run as a band. So very excited about that.
That's great. That's awesome. And you guys have been in bands previous to this, so this is nothing new to you guys. But it's new with the new band. I'm sure it's super exciting for you guys.
It's just like it's your first time, with the new project, it's the same thing. So.
Yeah. Is this your guys' first project all together as a band? Or
No, me and Nick are actually in a band called Take the Name. It's more of a heavy metal kind of band.
Okay.
So we're still currently in that one, and then we played with other projects as well. So.
And then just to add to the confusion, Drew and I are in a different band, Devil's Advocate, based out of Reading. So
Oh, wow,
also
man.
heavy metal, kind of on the border between hard rock and metal. Lots of fun.
That's awesome, man. I love that. So you guys got your hands in a little bit of everything there.
Yep.
Man, that's great. So, I mean, you've been playing live music in Central PA for some time now. What are some of your guys' favorite things about the Central Pennsylvania music scene?
Just the local support. I mean, there's a lot of people that come out to shows and support, and it's nice to see.
Yeah, like even with this new project, we made friends with so many local bands, like so fast. Like just us getting on bills with them or asking them to play shows with us, and everybody's just super interactive and just likes to support each other. So that's really cool.
That's great.
And just by nature, everybody's always so supportive and immediately recognizes each other on the first, on the first go. So it's great. You get to meet a lot of new people, make a lot of friends really easily. So
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, we like with other projects, we have toured around the country, and this area specifically just has really good fans, really good people that come out and support.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see.
Yeah, it's cool, man. It's like I feel like I'm always beating a dead horse saying this because we talk about it on our show all the time. But like Central PA really just has something special here.
Yep.
Don't know what it is, if it's in the water or something, but like I mean,
Hey, if it is, great.
keep
drinking water.
drinking it, right? Like I mean, we
Keep
got
putting it in there.
We have awesome venues, awesome support. Of course, the Hall of Fame. Got to give them a shout out. And then just bands. There's no. It's like it's not cutthroat here either. Like everybody's
not at all.
Everybody's happy to support each other, man. And it's like you love to see it because it's just one big happy family, man.
Yep.
So what would you guys say is like one of the coolest or most exciting things for you in this new project together? Being that you guys have all been in different ones in other bands.
Kind of just filling our need to want to play like a different genre of music other than really heavy stuff. We
Yeah.
kind of.
I was
both-
curious about that. 'Cause
yeah,
you guys
we-
both saying we're like metal and stuff.
Yeah, we
so.
both had a love for like pop punk and indie kind of music, and we met through Take the Name through our other band, and then we kind of just realized that we both liked this genre, so we said maybe we should make a side project. And now here we are, a year later, 2 EPs out, and I don't know, like 8 or 9 songs coming. So
Yeah, we have a lot in the bank. We got demos for days, but you know, the way social media is nowadays, you got to pace yourself. One single, wait 8-10 weeks, next single.
Yep, exactly.
But yeah, it's fun. We got the song, so it's great.
Do you have plans for like a full length down the road?
We do have the material for it. It's just like a single world now. It's just more like cost effective to just push one single. Because like with Spotify, if you drop an album, say it's like 12 songs, you're pretty much, you do a single or 2, and then everything else just gets buried.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I wish it was like the old days where you can amp up an album and, you know, really push that. But right now it's a singles game.
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing.
Hey, man, you got to make everything in bite-sized pieces for everyone these days.
Exactly.
It's just the name of the game anymore. So, yeah, that's great, man. Well, guys, thank you so much for your time and coming on here. I'm excited to check out your music. Is there anything else that I'm missing? Oh, you guys said you have an emo night coming up that you guys
Yep,
are
so
playing.
it wasn't confirmed yet, but we are slated for June 28th at the Woodlands for the emo night, so that'll be a great time.
Awesome, man. Any other big shows coming up that you guys want to plug or anything? Any studios you're working with?
You got anything?
No, I mean, we don't have anything else other than those 2 things right now.
Yeah, we just got those things riding right now. I mean, we're always writing, but the writing process is just like with a couple. We got like a little small crew that we work with, not like a specific studio or anything like that.
I gotcha.
But, just some men behind laptops. That's the way it is these days.
It's all you need anymore,
Yeah,
man.
exactly.
Serious.
That's what it is.
I mean, how many people have just recorded a full-length album from their bedroom and it's like gone platinum, you know? Like,
Yeah,
just with technology these days, it's
I mean,
crazy.
I
so.
do love the vibe of like the old school studios. Like, it's fucking great. I've done that. Sorry, I don't know if I'm allowed to curse or not, but no, I've done the whole studio thing. But just, you know, the way technology is you just need your MacBook.
Yeah, exactly, man.
So that's what we've been doing.
Totally get that. Well, guys, thank you so much for your time. I seriously
Yeah,
appreciate it.
thank you, dude.
We'll
Thanks
have
for
to
having us.
come, link up again another one of these days, and you know, talk a little bit more. So,
Yeah,
Awesome.
sounds
Cool.
good.
Thank you.
guys, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
We're at JB Lovedraft. You already know that. We're sitting here with Observe the 93rd, which is Derek and Dylan. How you guys doing tonight? Today?
Sweaty, how are you?
Sweaty.
I'm all right.
We'll be right
Dylan's
back.
doing all right.
I'm dry.
All right. I like the shorts.
Thanks.
Gotta catch them all.
I-
I'm just being a
I-
dick. Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
Catch them all, Dragon Ball. Dude, catch the Dragon Balls.
I mean,
every
if you do,
single
you
one.
get a wish.
Heck yeah. So you guys are going on here soon, playing
Yes.
at JB's. Guys got a big set coming up.
30 minutes of pure, sweaty, visceral
Finance.
finance. We're actually searching for a man in finance.
Yeah.
I mean, I do sales. It's finance adjacent.
He has to have a trust fund, 6'5", with blue eyes.
And I want
That's not me, dog.
All right.
Yeah,
well,
sorry.
He's got to have that app.
Like I said-
finance.
What do you?
You know.
You know what? No, we're gonna move past this.
Oh, okay.
can't
So
believe it.
you guys, this year I've so far put out a music video. That was neat. I liked it. It was really good.
Thanks,
We did?
man.
It was, yeah.
What do we put out?
I don't even remember. What was the last music video
don't
we
know. That's
released?
what I was
I don't know. You guys were in a field. There was that.
Oh,
I don't
Go
know.
Ahead.
Go
Oh,
ahead.
shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where
I
are
like
we?
that
When
one a
are
lot.
we?
That was with Josh Nesmith.
Yeah.
That's probably my favorite video we've done.
It was good. It was really
Thanks,
good.
man. Yeah.
Well,
Well, I don't think that was in 2024
I
though.
wasn't
I think
sure,
it was
yeah,
the end
I-
of 2023.
Was it?
I
I
mean,
thought it was
yeah,
in
it's-
January.
It's okay. It might have been. We
Okay.
don't know.
I don't know
We've
either.
lost track of time. It's irrelevant.
Yeah. You guys are just constantly putting out so many bangers. It's hard to keep up with you guys.
Thanks,
so
man.
I mean,
Appreciate you.
I love it. Last year, even you guys came out with a very long album, didn't you?
13 songs.
13
Actually,
songs?
you know, that's kind of short compared to most bands now because everybody makes like 20-song albums.
Yeah,
'cause they
Morgan
just want-
Wallen did like what 30 or something like that.
They just want the streams. It's
Yeah.
like if we put it up, that's more songs to get streams. Exactly.
It's a business move.
What happened?
It's a business move, you know.
It is. Yeah, but so
Yeah.
13, that's kind of little now. That's
Yeah.
like a short album.
Yeah, I mean, it's above average. So,
Well, you know, that's the first time I've ever heard that.
yeah. So,
You know
any-
what we're talking about, Chris? Dun, dun.
you guys got any tours coming up this summer? You guys been touring?
We
Yeah,
want
we're
to.
trying.
Trying?
We really want to.
Yeah,
All
we
we
do be
want to do is
trying.
go on tour, man.
Dude.
It's funny. I keep telling everybody this. I always thought going into being in a band that going on tour, like booking the tour, was really easy, and the tough part was enduring it. Just being out on the road, not being able to afford anything. You're not eating well. That's not the hard part. That's the easy part, is enduring it. It's booking it. The semantics is what's tough.
Okay.
So, no, we don't have a tour booked, but we really want to. Literally anybody, take us on tour. Camera 1, camera 2.
Enduring it,
camera
it
three,
was
camera
kind
three,
of a
camera
Camera 3,
challenge,
we'll
though.
be right back.
I mean, sleeping on the floor of a van, that was not great.
Yeah. Dylan didn't like sleeping on the floor, which I feel like he had to take that responsibility because he was the only one who could
There were
fit
a lot of
lengthwise.
us. Yeah.
Fair. Where did you sleep?
In the way back
In
with
the
Mark's
fucking
shoes.
back.
Let me say this.
No.
Everybody in the beginning was
No.
like, I don't want to be in the back. I don't want to feel trapped. I was like, bet. I will go in the back and be in my own little world.
Derek Henry
and
is
then
a
after
liar.
not
I
lying
want
at
you
all,
to know that
literally
she is
the first day.
A liar.
He
And
knows this
he
is true.
is
Everybody
liar.
was like, nope, not doing
That's
the
all you
back.
need to
Don't
know.
want to feel trapped. Loved
I
it.
slept on Logan's shoulder, and it was amazing.
Except Mark kept buying shoes and then putting them back there with
And
me.
hot sauce?
And hot sauce. He bought so much stuff. I was like, he might be a guy in finance with a trust fund.
He's got the hair for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, you know.
He's got a nose ring now, too.
He does.
Got that on tour.
Okay.
He must have like a work from home finance job because they usually don't like that in the office.
Yeah. Well, they're opening up.
A funny story. I had my nose pierced whenever I first got into sales, and I put in like a clear piercing, and they didn't notice for the first 2 weeks. And finally, my boss noticed. He's like, "Is that a nose ring?" And I panicked, and I was like, "A little bit." And he's like, "What do you mean a little bit?" I was like, "Oh, yeah.
It's a partial nose ring.
Yeah. I
Dude.
kind of have it pierced.
Dude, let me pierce your nose.
Yeah.
On stage.
I mean, there's still kind of a hole, so
I'll make one complete.
we'll talk about this off the
right, I
air.
like it.
I feel
I'm
like
into
you
that.
guys could complete each other.
Yeah.
And take each other there.
It's a bonding experience.
It's definitely a bonding experience.
I'm in it.
And a bondage experience.
Yeah.
Depending on the route.
We could have a sleepover.
Okay.
Pierce
Just
some-
to talk about it. The first night, you guys have a sleepover, pillow fight, drinking Kool-Aid jammers. Just talk about it. Foot through
Yeah.
the door.
You got me with the Kool-Aid jammers. That was where.
So anyways, I really like dogs and like, race cars and stuff and Transformers.
What was your name again?
Yeah, you guys have a sleepover and do the bondage thing.
Okay.
What?
Okay. What were you saying, Dylan?
What was your name again?
Steve.
Oh.
Buscemi.
Tell me a little bit about yourself. Like, what are your favorite movies?
What
do you like to do with like your free time?
Lately, bonsai trees.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, tree bondage. Just wiring up trees, which is pretty neat.
Okay.
Yeah, little
Okay.
trees. I don't know. I feel like
to be secret agents, like you put a wire on them and have them go complete missions.
Yep, I gift them to people, and then I just listen in on their personal conversations and blackmail them.
So like birds.
Yeah, I mean, but birds aren't real. If it flies, it
point
spies.
there.
Wasn't gonna say it, but hashtag birds are fake.
Yep. I went to the gym one time wearing a birds aren't real shirt. Didn't realize that's what I was wearing. Everybody kept staring at me. I got real self-conscious, and after the, went
They
to the
might have
bathroom,
been.
and
They
was
might
like,
have been staring at the physique.
Yeah, maybe back in the day.
They might have been catching a glimpse of the tricep.
Or that package. What you got?
Huh?
Are you cut or uncut?
Cut.
You're cut?
Yeah. How about you?
Oh, I'm cut.
Uncut gems.
Derek?
Oh, man.
Adam's Apple Sandler over there.
Adam's Apple Sandler.
No. Are you cut or uncut?
It depends on the day. I like curly fries.
Living a mystery for the people
Yeah,
out there.
I'm
You can
more of
get
a curly-
fresh cut, curly fries.
If you check out our
shoestring,
Patreon,
crinkle cut.
pickle cut.
you'll find
Actually,
out the
yeah.
answer. We'll let you know there.
Waffle fries.
Don't get me
So
started.
yeah.
This is going really well.
No, it's going great. The music stuff that you guys do.
Wait, we do that?
Yeah. I mean, sometimes. You guys got any more songs in the works? We're gonna put out another EP this year.
We have like an album,
Another album?
practically recorded, and then I'm writing.
Yeah,
the
we
next
don't remember
one.
it. That's how long ago we've
You guys
recorded
just-
this album.
Yeah.
And we don't know. He's like, hey, you remember these songs? And I was like, no.
You know what the problem is, and we've talked about this before, is on a real note, we don't have enough money to have the turnover rate that matches our output writing wise.
Okay.
So it's like we're always backed up. It's like, all right, now we can afford to record this album and then release it and make physical copies and make merch related to it and do music videos. And then that whole time we've been writing. And so we have another 2 albums.
So it's just like literally a non-stop wheel of just production. It's just
It's
like
really high output and really low funds.
gotcha. Is this why you're looking for a 6'5" blue-eyed guy in finance?
Full circle. Full
Really
circle.
has come full circle. Wow.
It really
Now you
has.
understand.
Yeah. Man, you guys are seriously like 5 steps ahead of the game with everything.
Except for the finance
success.
part.
Well, yeah, the finance part. But like, you already know you got that figured out of how to fix it. Is what I'm saying. I'll tell you
Oh,
what.
I have no clue. That's
No, you
like,
get the finance guy. That's how you fix it.
True. You know what? Us and that at Girl on Couch on TikTok, we're both seeking.
Okay. Gotcha.
That's where that song comes from.
Don't know it.
Real
Sorry.
recognizes real.
Yeah.
That's why I like fishing rods.
Hurt people, hurt people.
That was good.
No, it wasn't. That's the dumbest
Did you
thing
come up
I've
with
ever
that?
said.
That
The
was good.
dumbest thing I've actually ever said.
I don't think so.
We're making a joke that Chris, the producer, is just listening to SpongeBob music in the background,
And
not paying attention at
The
all.
thing with the joke about that is like it's very possible he could actually be doing that. Chris is a big SpongeBob fan. I never noticed it until
Everyone
like,
should be.
a couple months ago. I put on some SpongeBob just for shits and gigs, and all of a sudden I was just like, "This is Chris. This is all of Chris's references. Chris is a SpongeBob connoisseur."
Yeah, I feel like 99% of anything that comes out of my mouth is SpongeBob related.
I mean,
Love
that's what's
that.
going on in my head
What's going on in your head?
the entire time.
What is? Yeah. You guys should cover that.
That's actually a good idea.
That'd be really cool.
Don't give me any ideas, man. We'll make that happen. We might do that tonight now. We might do that in 10 minutes
If
when
you
we
do
play.
it, I will crowd surf.
You heard
would
it here
actually be
first.
hilarious. Dude. Everybody. Like, who does that? Falling in Reverse. They get the crowd all pumped up and have them like do the Wall of Death, and then they break into like a really poppy song. It's like, met a girl and I really thought she liked me. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I did. I know exactly
We
what you're
could do
talking about.
that same thing, but with bikini bottom music.
I'm totally down. If you do that tonight, give me a little wink, and I'll jump up on the stage with you.
I've got to find it real quick. I mean, that's like 4 notes, so I should be able to make that happen.
I think you could probably figure that out. You're very talented.
Well, I appreciate that.
Dylan, can you handle the drums for that?
I don't think so, man.
Are there drums?
I
even?
don't think so, but Dylan can make them.
That's gonna be rough.
What if you just played that like just with the cymbals?
Yeah, just a little ding ding here.
Yeah.
Ding ding there.
Little China in there.
Yeah.
I might just jump in the crowd myself.
I'll catch you.
That's a pro move. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
All right. Thanks, Hunter.
And we could end the
And we're
interview right
back.
there, and that'd be hilarious, honestly.
Cool. We did it.
Cool.
We win. We have actually won. Guys, I think that was actually usable for once.
Yeah. All right, we're sitting here with Madam Mayhem, coming all the way from New York City. Thank you so much for making the travel down here. We really appreciate it. You're headlining the acoustic stage tonight. Is that correct?
Yes, and we're very excited to be able to, that they asked us to do this. It was a last-minute one for us, and we were thrilled we were able to make it happen.
We made it.
We made it.
Here
We made it. We just drove down today.
Okay.
It's only 3.5 hour drive, so not too bad.
Yeah, there's
but
worse drives,
Yeah. Oh yeah. So this was good. This is good.
That's awesome. So
Mhm.
I heard you just released a new single.
Yes, Head Case. It's out now, so everyone check it out if you haven't heard it already. It's doing really well on the secondary market radio charts. It made it into the top 10, so we're very, very happy.
Okay,
Yes.
great. I'm sure it's streaming on all platforms. and
Streaming
whatnot.
on all platforms, and all information can be found at madammayhem.com, and we just have all the links right there for everybody.
Gotcha. I'm sure
Yes.
all over social media and
Oh,
stuff
yes,
too.
all over.
Great, great.
Absolutely, and also request it on your local rock radio station. It's available.
Oh yes.
Yes,
Yes,
that's
they
great.
have it. So tell them to play it.
Awesome. So you said you've been to Central PA before.
Yes.
How long has Madam Mayhem been around for anybody that doesn't know you guys?
We've been around for a while now.
Okay.
We've been fortunate enough to be able to jump on a bunch of really cool tours with a really cool bands and mentors of ours as direct support, and headlining some shows of our own, and a lot of them do come through this area, which is pretty awesome. And so even today, walking in, I'm seeing friendly faces.
Lots of familiar faces.
Yeah, and people wearing our shirts from shows from like a year ago, 2 years ago. So we weren't really expecting that, and we're thrilled. I mean, we're really happy to be here.
Good.
Yes.
And that's great. I mean, Central PA, we have a big thing for music around here, so.
Which we very much appreciate.
Yeah. Is it something that you can notice just whenever you guys are down here?
Yes, definitely. You guys come out, and we love that.
Yeah, I I mean, we love our live music around here. We love to support artists. So, I mean, it's really great. So you just wrapped up a tour as well, I heard.
Yes.
Plans for a new tour coming up this year or anything?
We are working on it, so
Okay.
everyone needs to stay tuned at madammayhem.com. And we
Okay.
do have new music in the works as well, and we're just trying to figure out the right moment to release it.
Okay.
There'll be stuff happening, bottom line.
Yes.
All right, good. I love to hear that.
Yes.
So, what are we thinking for new music? More singles, an EP, a full length? What do we? I mean, don't share any details. You're not at liberty
listen,
to.
it's
but
hard because, like, you know, the world today, everyone's like single, which
that's what we've been hearing all
which
day.
is totally fine, and we
Yep.
have them, and we will release them continuously. But as music fans ourselves, growing up and being so in love with rock and metal music and music in general, like, we love the full albums. We love the stories that they tell. And so even though right now the big formula or whatever they call it is singles, which we will still continue to release, we do want to put something a little more cohesive together for our fans who really listen, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome. I mean, everybody, like you said, true, you know, big music fans like yourself and us, you know, we love a full-length album. I like the way you put it, you know, it tells a story, you know.
Yes.
You can't replace that with just singles, but you do have to stay up to times with, you know,
Correct.
making everything bite-sized for everyone, I guess.
Yeah,
and
so
whatnot.
we'll still spoon feed that way, and that's totally fine, and
Yep.
it's still really fun, and it makes it, you know, more exciting, I guess, to release because it's happening so often, and you just get really excited, and it's really fun, and you're proud of what you release, and you want to really make it count, and I think that's the cool part.
Yeah.
But we still do, we are still, while we're doing that, trying to put something together for everybody.
I got you. That's
Yes.
cool. That's cool. So, what would you say is, you know, part of your or one of your favorite parts of Madam Mayhem? You know, being around for years. Is it the touring? Is it the fans? Is it the music? What are some of your favorite takeaways that you've learned over these years?
I mean, I'm gonna get really cheesy right now, but I love playing with these guys, and
Okay.
like we were all just in an RV together, and like didn't kill each other, and we love each other, and these are like my big brothers to me, and playing on stage with them is so fun, and I think all of us, we love playing live more than, I mean, we love writing songs obviously and releasing them because that's where we spill our guts.
Yeah.
But it's the live performance where we get to meet and interact with fellow music lovers, and we're all big, like, again, cheesy.
Showtime is
yeah.
where it's at.
Showtime. We do live. That's our thing.
Yeah. You guys like big fans of performing.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's our number one.
That's great.
Yes.
That's great. Wow, man. So, what would you say is like one of your favorite places to play? You play all over, you know, New York and PA and all, I guess the whole East Coast, I'm sure.
And the world.
The world,
yes.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the world, definitely.
I'm sorry?
Definitely
the world,
world.
definitely.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Sorry, don't want to underestimate you guys.
It's fine.
What are your some of your favorite places to play, would you say?
It's really hard.
I know it's a tough question.
I mean, one of the, you know, we've always had a lot of fun playing, you know, here on the East Coast and everything, but I gotta say Europe is just a different animal.
Yeah.
I remember the first time we ever played in Belfast. It was just the energy was so insane, and like everybody had so much fun, you know. So they started having like Madam Mayhem soccer chants, which were like.
And we're soccer fans,
Wait,
so we were very
what?
excited.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's an awesome
Yeah,
experience.
I was like, Madam Mayhem. We were like, wait, what?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I'd be blown away by
Oh,
something.
Yeah, but that was a really
and
cool
that's
moment.
the first time being there. So
Yeah. So
First time in Europe, you said?
it was our first time playing
first
that
time in
venue,
Belfast.
that
Oh, yeah.
city, and so I think it's really cool when you find areas where they just love music.
Uh-huh.
And so whether they knew who you were before you showed up or they find out who you are as you're there, like they get it. Like those are the most magical moments. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Well, I mean, any other things that I'm possibly missing or anything? Anything you guys wanted to promote? Any studios you're working with, producers, or?
I mean, we're working with everybody. We have our dear friend David Bendith. We did a bunch of stuff with the Four Horsemen guys down in Nashville. We're writing a bunch of stuff on our own as well.
Okay.
Who else? What am I missing?
Brian.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know.
So I mean, quite a few people, and just different type of product comes out of different people that we work with, and that's why I would like to diversify our sound versus being like
the same thing.
Oh,
over.
okay. Well, we know what to expect from these guys.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
And I don't want it to be the case. I'll be like, oh wow, that's them.
Mm.
So
Yeah, like you'll know it's us, but it's not going to be the same thing you thought you just heard, and that's why we like collaborating with so many different other artists and producers and musicians, because I think it brings out the best out of all of us.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
You know,
absolutely, and
each
challenges
time
you
and
as a
changes it.
musician
And
as
you
well.
can
So.
bring on different angles and whatnot.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
That's really cool. I like that. So what would you say, I mean, I guess kind of like an outsider opinion, because, we're the Central Pennsylvania Music Podcast. Our wheelhouse is, a lot, well, I mean, really Central Pennsylvania music bands, but, an outsider opinion, what would you say makes a music scene so special? I know we talked a little bit about Central PA and how we kind of have something special going on here. I mean, do you think is it the bands, the venues, the fans, or is it a mix of everything?
It's definitely the magical mix has to work, right?
Yeah.
But the most important thing is a place for the people to come and a place for the bands to play. But more than that, even is the people that come and rock out, because if no one's coming to the show and no one wants to connect and no one listens to live music, then what are we doing?
Yeah.
So it's definitely always the people, I would say, and then of course having the place to do it.
Yeah.
And then of course then we'll come from wherever to all the bands. Like, it's great when you have local bands that are great and are delivering, and then if you have that scene, then people from like us from New York will come and show up.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
You build it, they'll come,
Exactly. No, seriously, yeah.
No, that's great. I love it. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate your time.
Thanks for having us.
Of course. Thank you so much for traveling down
Thank
here
you.
for the
Thanks for
10-year
having
birthday
us.
bash.
Of course.
Really looking forward to seeing you guys play tonight. So
Yeah, thank you, and happy birthday to iRock Radio.
Happy birthday.